4 players that I refuse to draft and you should avoid as well. Big name players, I might add as well. Exciting little episode here for you in the SUV, getting ready to pick up my kids after school. Continuing on with these SUV rants to keep you guys up to date with fantasy football. If you love fantasy, it takes a fraction of a second. Hit the thumbs up for your channel. Hit that subscribe button, the only channel giving you truth. Now, once you listen to my context and say, hey man, that guy makes sense. I get what he's saying. I get where he's coming from. Make sure you guys do grab the 16-round drafts because I'm literally handing you on a silver platter an ironclad roster, full optimal players draft each round, full cheat sheet, everything you need, video training, everything in one spot. I'm giving you the answers to the test, basically, right? In 16 rounds, grab it below, use code WIN to save. You don't want to miss out on 16 rounds. It is the absolute game changer, okay? So let's talk about these 4 players that I refuse to draft that you must avoid, okay? They're traps. Don't fall for them. And again, they're big names. They're massive names. So you might say, well, Joe, you're crazy. I'm going to draft them. That's fine. It's up to you guys. That's what makes fantasy so exciting. It's up to you guys to make the decision. Don't let my convictions completely influence you. If your gut feeling and your intuition say, well, I still like this guy, then go ahead and draft him. Don't say, the counselor told me not to. Well, I'm telling you not to, but ultimately it's up to you to make that free will choice to make the right decision on which player you want to draft, okay? Just like it's my free will to do videos right now in my SUV while I'm waiting to pick up my kids after school. Your decision, guys, okay? So I'm telling you guys, though, I'm going to give you guys reasons. So let's talk about it. First player that I refuse to draft, you cannot convince me not doing it, is DJ Moore. Now, last year, everybody was telling you draft DJ Moore round 3. Then it was like Keenan Allen round 4, Robo Tuesday round 5. This is why rankings don't work. That's why 16 rounds is the truth, because rankings will not help you. Like last year, I keep going to it. Christian Kirk was ranked ahead of Brian Thomas Jr. I was like, don't draft Kirk. Brian Thomas Jr. is the one. Don't do it, right? Same type of thing, right? Now, DJ Moore had 140 some odd targets, 98 receptions last year. Not bad, but they drafted a top tight end in Loveland, right? And they got that Luther Burden guy who I heard is going to be on special teams a little bit more. Listen, DJ Moore is a safe guy, but to have him as his ADP as 36 overall, we are looking at like a 3rd rounder for a guy in an offense that's going to spread it around. Now, DJ Moore is 28 years old, finished 16th last year in fantasy points, under 1,000 yards, 966. Touchdowns weren't there, only 6 touchdowns. I understand that there's a new coach right now, Ben Johnson, who was the offensive coordinator for the Lions. And I understand Caleb Williams has to take a step up. But DJ Moore is just, when I think of DJ Moore, I think of just a boring guy. I don't get excited. Like, I don't like, oh, it's DJ Moore, I have to draft this guy. His ADP is always relatively high, and he's always just a mediocre wide receiver. I refuse to draft him. He was never on my team. He'll never be on my team, nor do I care. Okay, I just want to make that, I want to get that out, so you guys understand it. Not drafting him, okay? The last one's a shocker, actually, because it's a round 1 pick, and I'm avoiding him. But the next guy I got to talk about him is, remember last year I was like, don't be a donkey, draft Lad McConkey? Well, this year I've changed it. You are a donkey if you draft Lad McConkey. Why do I say that? Oh, in the 2nd round, by the way, because that's where it's coming off. He finished 17th. Sorry, he's sitting 17th overall in the rankings. So you are paying 12-person league, right? Do the math. 12-person per. If you're 17th overall, 12-person league, right? 12 picks in round 1. Comes round 2, right? 17th pick, right? You're under 24 players. That's the 2nd round. He's 17th overall. He's a 2nd round pick. This is a guy I was telling you to draft in all your leagues. I said, don't be a donkey, draft Lad McConkey. And he finished 12th amongst wide receivers. Amazing stuff. 112 targets, 82 receptions, 1,149 yards, 7 touchdowns. Aren't you happy you drafted him if you listened and got 16 rounds last year? This year, why am I telling you to fade him? Well, it's very simple, guys. He was a great deal drafting a guy that isn't a true 1, but could have been a 1 last year because they didn't have another talent. I was getting this guy round 7 to 9 all day. All day. Now I got to pay a 2nd round. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. When I can get Trey Harris, who could be the 1, right? They drafted Trey Harris with high draft capital. And if you don't know him, right? I'm watching tape on Trey Harris, and I've talked about this in other videos, and this isn't a Trey Harris video, but I will tell you that they went and fixed everything they did wrong with Quentin Johnson. They got a clutch performer with great natural hands. His yards after catch are great. His physical ability is great. He's a clutch performer. They did everything that the opposite of what they did with Quentin Johnson, because Quentin Johnson couldn't catch. So that being said, Quentin Johnson at the time of this recording is still there. I think he's on the chopping block. They got Palmer, I think, back. I'm not really concerned. He was never really ultra elite. They kind of want to fill that role. Now, they could just easily spread the ball around. They got a new rookie tight end, Gadsden or whatever his name is. But I'm telling you, man, like Trey Harris has the opportunity to be the one, and I can get him way later, like round 8 or 9, maybe even later. But Ladd McConkey, a second-round pick, not doing it. I liked him at the discount. This reminds me exactly of Sam Laporta, because we were getting Sam Laporta 2 years ago. Was it like round 10? I told everybody to get, Sam Laporta. And then he was coming off in the second round yet last year because they all jumped on him. And I wasn't excited about Sam Laporta. I'm like, I like them for the discount. I'm getting Sam Laporta bust vibes again because Ladd McConkey is way too expensive. And he's not a true one. He's a slot guy. Okay. And there was nobody else to throw the ball to. And I just feel Herbert finally has that replacement for Keenan Allen that he's been looking for. Okay. Let's move on. 2 more here. Again, if you're new to the channel, smash it, tap it. Let me know in the comments. Are you drafting these guys? Love to get your feedback. Okay. Number 3. I refuse to draft this guy. You could twist my arm, whatever you want to do. Jonathan Taylor. I'm out. Still sitting as a top 10 running back, finished 12th last year. Here's the problem I have with Jonathan Taylor. Suspect offense. If Richardson gets a starting job, you were looking at a big-time rushing quarterback if he stays healthy. Because Richardson has not been able to stay healthy, but he's a pure rusher. It's going to take volume away. But he had a great year last year. Only played 14 games at Taylor. 303 attempts, 1,400 yards. Got it done. Okay? But 2022 only played 11 games. 2023 only played 10 games. 2024 only played 14 games. 192 attempts 2022, 169 attempts in 2023 due to injury. Last year finally got to 303. That being said, he was down, had his up incline year, and now he's coming back. Like he's trending down in my books. I don't trust him. So many other good running backs to get. Jonathan Taylor isn't one of them. And the fact that he's sitting top 10, you're paying a premium for him. Okay, I'm not doing it. Taylor is off my radar. Will not do it. Okay, the final guy. Now this is a shocker here. There's a lot of people like, yo, you're crazy. I loved this guy going into this NFL 2024 draft. Okay, I loved him. He's a first rounder. I was all over him. I actually had him in Dynasty because I drafted McConkey and this guy, but now I don't like him. The guy I'm talking about is Brian Thomas Jr. Why am I turned off? Well, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, ultra elite talent. Now, if Travis Hunter is playing corner, if he's playing defense, it's going to be fine. But he's ultra elite talent and can be the wide receiver 1 respectively on his own. Obviously, Brian Thomas Jr. has been there longer. Obviously, he's got the rapport. But 133 targets last year, 87 receptions, 1,282 yards, 10 touchdowns. With a Hunter there, you could say, well, he's drawing the other corner, drawing the double coverage away for Brian Thomas. You could say all that, and they're going to feed him more. But I can't imagine if Hunter plays wide receiver that they're drafting him in the first round and they're not going to utilize him as a wide receiver. Okay? They align both these guys outside or whatever. It's like, man, like Travis is going to demand the ball. And that being said, it turns me off because here's the deal, right? When I'm drafting a wide receiver, we're talking fantasy football draft strategy, right? Talent-wise, the gap between the 1 and the 2 has to be big, right? For me to consider the 1. Now, I would consider the 1, like Brian Thomas Jr., if I got him in round 8, 9, right? But I'd have to pay a first-round pick for a guy who they drafted a wide receiver who's equal to or better talent-wise that could get that volume. So to me, it's just a big turnoff. And the high draft capital, similar to McConkey, I was getting Brian Thomas Jr. around 8 or 9. I'm not paying the premium to get him. I'm just not doing it. And even in Dynasty, I ended up trading both Ladd McConkey and Brian Thomas Jr. Who did I get for them? That's my personal business. But I made a good deal. It was a lot of shifting, actually. To be honest, I don't even remember. I did a bunch of shifting. I packaged them with other people. Either way, somehow I managed to get Malik Neighbors on my roster in the Dynasty League. upped my running backs, got some solid rookies. It worked out for my dynasty team. But that being said, I just think Brian Thomas Jr., Lamb McConkey are very expensive. Not paying it. We got him last year. We're on to the next 16 rounds. I'll explain who the next receivers are that I like. Jonathan Taylor, don't like him. And of course, DJ Moore, just not a fan of mediocrity. Okay? Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to get your feedback. Drop a comment below. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. More content coming your way. I refuse to draft these players, and you should too, for the reasons stated. Don't overpay for guys that were great last year. Think outside the box and look for the future. Get the value receivers later. Load up on running backs early, okay? Running back is still that most scarce position. Subscribe, thumbs up. Have yourself an outstanding day. I got to get rolling. I'm out.